Brought to you by GTA. We start with you.
You know, I wondered about recidivism, and the only way to make a difference is to really work with everyone as a community, not just in the victim side, but also in the offender's side.
Vangie Cabacar and her family are survivors of homicide, having lost a close loved one that was a victim of murder back in 2006.
Any type of victimization, everyone responds differently. Everyone, and you know, there's grief, right? So grief, everyone grieves differently as well. But in working with victims, perpetrators, and with the community, we all have choices.
Vangie chose to volunteer at the Prison Fellowship Guam, a ministry that for the past 10 years has joined in a global initiative, the Angel Tree Program.
There's a quote in the Bible that says that what the enemy meant for evil, God has turned for good. And I have seen so many lives change.
Nationwide since 1982, the program has changed the lives of inmates and their families with the help of churches, organizations, and individuals in each community. Vangie tells KUAM that nearly 350 children have been cared for on Guam, with their main objective to
highlight the story of the true meaning of Christmas.
This is done by inmates first applying to be part of the program. Then trained volunteers within the community will attend a training and begin calling the children of the incarcerated parents to ask them their Christmas wishes. The gifts must be under the tree by Christmas Day.
Whenever a sponsor or volunteer calls and asks the child, what would you like for Christmas? What they're going to find is the children ask things like, I need socks, I need shoes. Several times these past years, they'll ask for uniforms for school.
Vangie says each year there are at least 100 volunteers.
The organizations and the churches, you see, are very involved. And when we're doing this, the inmates also learn to appreciate, not just the families and the children, but the inmates learn to appreciate that my island, my people really care about my family and about me.
Changing the mindset amongst the inmates and making an impact on recidivism rates on the island. Those incarcerated express their gratitude and oftentimes feel moved.
The Department of Corrections and with Prison Fellowship Guam coordinate a volunteer appreciation celebration, and so all the volunteers come in. They get to meet with the inmates who were participants or applicants of the Angel Tree, and they do performance. Some of them come up to the stand and they get really emotional, and some of them cry and say, thank you for, you know, taking care of my children, and thank you for showing the love and introducing them to Jesus.
This act of kindness is restorative justice for Vangie, and she encourages others, whether they be victims of a crime or want to give back this holiday season, to remember this.
At some point, we are in charge of our destiny. We're in charge in how we manage that grief. And I just made that choice, so we have to make a choice. We can grieve, and it's okay to grieve. But I chose not to grieve. It was too painful. And so having to turn the other cheek and to turn it around, what the enemy meant for evil, to turn it around in a positive, was so much more therapeutic and healing for me.
The community can get involved by attending the volunteer training this Saturday from 10 to 12 p.m. at the Luther Church in Anigua, or contact Vangie directly at 489-8264 or email Vangie_Guam@yahoo.com. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Adriana Cotero.
Brought to you by GTA. We start with you.